Hello guys, welcome to our channel that is Flutter Kid, and let me introduce myself as this is our first video and first interaction also. So my name is Manoraj Thakur and I am currently a third year student, okay? And I am doing Flutter since 1.5 years. So now just start our tutorial and not waste our time. So our tutorial is about how to fetch an API. Just open your browser and write jsonplaceholder.com, okay? This will JSON placeholder gives you 5 to 6 free APIs to use. So we will using comments. Okay. So as you know, an API contains data in JSON format, as you can see. But this API is in the form of list, that is list containing JSON data. Okay. So what we do is in Flutter we have to make a model class. Okay. I won't tell you to learn how to create a model class. I will just show you a simple way. So just go there, go to the browser and write JSON to Dart. Okay, this will be the first link. Now just go and copy your world data, JSON data, and paste it here. Now write user. I will just write user as my name. You can write it anything. I will just generate it and I will copy it. Okay. So this is the snippet or initial code that Flutter gives to our developers. So in this, I have created in lib folder. I have created two other folders, subfolders we can say, that is model and screen. In model, I have created a user model, and in screen, I have created a home page. Okay, so in we will just go to our user model file, and I will just copy paste our Dart class. Okay, so now if you don't know, an API has of two types, that is get and post. What in post, we can just post our data or anything into the API. Okay, and in get we fetch the data from the API. So I will it is a good practice to use Postman, okay, for the API purposes, but I will not recommend you. I will just not use it right now for this API. Okay, so okay, let's start. In main.tat, I will just remove the home page that Flutter gives to us, and I will write our code manually in this. Okay, in home page, okay, we will be importing material dot dat. Okay, okay. What I forgot is just go to a pubspec.yml, and you have to import HTTP. Okay, you can import HTTP like from here. You just go pub.dev, write HTTP here. Okay, just go to here and just quickly copy and paste it here. Okay, so now we will just go to our home page. I will be importing our http.dart as http. So now, yeah, I will tell you what purpose is of http. Okay, so http is used for communicating with the browser, that if you want to share your data, you want to send data, you want to receive data, like for any purposes with the browser, HTTP is used. Okay, so now we will be we will be creating a stateless widget, we can say. I will be writing it as home page. If you don't know how I have created this, okay, it is an extension. Okay, this is extension Flutter widget snippets. Okay, so if you just write here STL, it will give stateless widget, and if I write STF, it will give stateful widget. Okay, so in this way I have created this home page widget. If you're creating any screen, okay, you have to use a scaffold. In scaffold, I will be creating an app bar, which will be having title as, okay, you will write it as just API tutorial. I just want to in center, so I will just be using center title, and I will be doing it as true. Okay, So now I will show you how to fetch our data. So as I as I've shown you, our data is in the form of list. See here, it is on the form of list. So I will be creating a list that is of type user. User like user is the name of our Dart class. Okay, that's why I have named it as I have given it as type user, and I will be just naming it as user list. I have to import user model. Okay, now I will be writing the function for fetching the data. Right now I will be using it as void, but I will just change it after some time. Okay, get data from API as it is coming from the browser. It is we have to synchronize it using a sync. Okay, now we will be creating a response variable. Now I will be showing you the use of HTTP. As I told you about the types of API, it comes on post and get. Our API is of type get. Okay, so I will be using HTTP.get. Now I will be passing the URL here. Just go to a browser and just copy this URL and just paste it here. Now what I have planned is like I want to show you from scratch. Okay, that you should know what every variable like what it will contain, how to do it. Okay, so now I will just I will be just printing what is in the response. Okay, so we will go to a body elevated button child text press me, and on pressed we'll be just getting get data from API. Okay, what is the error here? What is the error here? Okay, I not just named it here. Okay, home page. Okay, now it's perfect. Take it. Okay, it's perfect. Now, see the thing is, my emulator has some problems right now, so I will be just running it on Chrome right now. So it won't take much more time. It will just take about 30 to 40 seconds. I will be selecting as Chrome. Hmm, what is the error here? I don't think is there anything user I have given it. Okay, there is no error right now here, but let's wait if it finds anything. User isn't a type. What is this? User isn't a type. Okay. Still, let's try it again. Maybe I haven't saved it. That's why. Hmm, everything seems perfect to me. Okay. See, what the problem was, I just forgot to save this user file. That's why it was showing an error. But now it's perfect. Okay. See, you can see on my screen. This is the Chrome browser that is opening, as we have just selected Chrome as our running application, or you can say running emulator. See, yeah, let me just do some designing here, so it will be good for you. I will just wrap it with center. Okay, so if I press this, you can see what it is printing as instance of future. Okay, so it tells us that it is a future type. So now, okay, I will just debug. I will just remove it. Now we will be creating a JSON data, which will be containing. Wait, I will just show you response. I just forgot of it here. Okay, response dot body dot to string. Okay, as I told you that our API that an API comes in JSON format. Okay, So what we will be doing is what JSON data what JSON decode basically does is it takes input as a string and it will just convert it in the type of maps, or we can say JSON. Okay, so now I will be printing JSON data. Okay, so that will be useful to understand. Now I will just start it using R. If I just press, see, this is the data that we are getting from our API. So now just quickly start. Okay, so as I told you, it was of type future and R, it is of type future. Okay, so I will be writing future here. Okay, and now as you know, our API is in the form of list. API is in the form of list. So I will be writing here list here, and then user, as our list is basically a type of user. Okay, so don't just get confused. Okay, if response dot status code is equals to 200. Okay, so what this line means is that our connection with our server is perfect, and it will, if our if what I'm saying, okay, if our connection with the server is perfect, it will give us a status code of 200. Okay, and if it gives 404, that is 404, that means there is some error in our connection. So now what we'll be doing here, I will just first return the user list. Okay, okay, as I know, as I told you earlier, that our data is coming in form of JSON. So now what we will be doing is we will be just inserting our data into the user list for map I in JSON data. User list dot add user dot from JSON, and I, okay, now you will be thinking that there is some error. Okay, so what is the error? Because see, I is a map of dynamic and dynamic type. Okay, it has it has parameters of dynamic and dynamic, and what our user model is having in from JSON method, it is of string and dynamic. So this is the problem here. We will be just changing it to dynamic and see the error has gone. Okay, now just see here, I will be removing it, and I will give it as future builder, as our data is of future type. Future get data from API builder context and snapshot. So if our snapshot has data in it, okay, and if it doesn't have any data, we will be returning a circular progress indicator. Okay, now if it has data, will be written as, I want to show you our data in the form of list. We will be returning as list view dot builder. What it will contain is in context and index. Okay, in list view dot builder, there is an item count which tells which shows you how the count of list that you want to give. I can write 5, 10, anything, but we will, as I want to show the whole JSON API data, so I will be writing user list dot length. Okay, so now we will just quickly print it. I will be returning as return list style, or I can say text. I'll be using text. Okay, text. Okay, uh, uh, user list index dot email dot to string. Now just quickly check it if it is coming perfectly or not. Okay, very nice. So yeah, you can see our data is coming, and we are able to successfully fetch the data from. But there is some like not any issue, but let me just design it something in it. Okay, what I will do is, let's just give it SR numbers or serial numbers in it. Okay, so I will be using index. I am giving it +1, as we know that our array starts from 0, so I have just given it +1, and this dollar and this curly brackets means that we are using a variable into the double quotes. Okay, I will just save it and I will run it again. Okay, why it is it coming? We see it is coming, but I will still give it some in readable format. Terminal. I will just again restart it. See, as you know, data is coming, and I will just give it some padding. Okay, in it. I will wrap it with padding. Now it is perfect. I will just again restart it. Now you can see our data is perfectly coming from the API, and we have just perfectly done it. Okay. So guys, if you face any error in the tutorial, you can just comment it in the comment box, and you can share our channel to our friends or anyone that who wants to learn Flutter. And I will be coming with new tutorials and new topics that are even not available into the YouTube. Okay. So till then, wait and see you next time.